What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and beautiful people of the Crasher community? How are you guys doing today? Well, what we're going to be talking about here is something that is far from beautiful. In fact, it is on the complete opposite side of the spectrum. Now, this right here was brought to my attention, and this involves PokeMiners. Now, for those of you guys that don't know who PokeMiners are, long story short, they are a group, a very reputable group, I may add, that revolved around things like doing data mines for Pokemon GO and things like that. They were very much appreciated throughout the community. However, what we have here is a really unfortunate thing that we have to talk about. So PokeMiners tweets out, "This has been thought about for a while, and with the 6th obfuscation change to the APK tonight, we are announcing our soft shutdown. Full details for how things will be moving forward can be found here, which we will be getting into in just a second." They then say, "Thank you so much to everyone for your support over the years. It honestly has been the best part of this whole thing. As stated in the note, we'll continue to report on things until they break, but we will not be maintaining tools any longer as things change." So this here came out on June 22nd, and it is titled, "Another Note from PokeMiners. Hello, wonderful people. You've probably noticed our lack of graphics, lack of commentary in reports, and general laissez-faire approach to pretty much everything in the last month or so. We just finished going through the 275 APK and announced we aren't doing an in-depth teardown this time around. You'll also remember our cutback letter back in December, and since then, as we also explained in our recent apology note, we have cut back even more. The reasons haven't really changed since our December note, so we won't bother repeating ourselves here. Spending less than a day on APKs versus the 3 days we used to, posting screenshots of assets instead of graphics, etc., and we all barely play the game these days." On a personal note, Marty, I was looking forward to Mega Ray for years, and even though we knew it was coming based on their hints and our data mines, I was surprised when I saw the official announcement. I felt nothing. Then when I read the official mechanic for how it would work, which again we had hints of, but didn't know specifically it was for Ray, I just sighed as it's yet another MacGuffin needed to enjoy the same basic gameplay we had for years. That was a sign that perhaps I'm just over Pokemon GO at this point. So that led us to today, which Niantic has changed obfuscation in 275's APK for the 6th time since the start of the year. So most of our tools broke on this update. To fix it, we would have to give up our weekend again to get things running, considering they are clearly intentionally doing this at this point to make our lives more difficult. Even after we said all those nice things about them, how rude. We are just done with this cat and mouse game. So we are announcing our soft shutdown. Think of us going on life support, basically. Some things we are still working out, but here's the gist of what's happening moving forward. We will continue to report on things that we are able to if they are easily reportable, but as you have seen, the quality of the reports may be something to be desired. As Niantic continues to make changes that break our tools, we will stop fixing them. That means anything we are currently reporting on today, we will continue to report on them if we can, easily, but if any of those pipelines break, we won't be spending the time to fix them, and thus won't be reporting on them after that, like what happened with photobombs. We will stop maintaining the network code needed to maintain the Game Master. The current structure of the Game Master will continue to be decoded and reported on, but as new features, changes to structure, etc. get added, we won't be updating our tools to support them. We will stop in-depth reports. APK reporting will just be the real-time reports from our Twitter and Discord accounts like it was tonight. Very fast and to the point. We will stop graphics. I mean, we basically already did. We haven't decided what to do with the repo. We may still update 2D assets, but we'll have to wait and see. We'll continue chucking assets we find into the Scratch folder at least, but eventually, we'll run out of space on Google Drive, so we'll have to deal with it eventually. Keep in mind, if any of the asset systems break, we won't be able to report on them any longer. The site will stay up so long as ads and coffee members continue to fund it. thank you so much to all our coffee members, but if you want to cancel your subs, we understand, haha. We have taken down pin orders from our site. We really apologize for everyone having issues getting the recent batch. We have had a lot of issues with Royal Mail, so let us know if you still haven't received them and we can refund you. Discord will stay as is, as it basically runs itself. Gab will probably continue reporting on new events, but that's up to him. Unless we are feeling generous and or bored, but don't count on it, haha. So we guess it's up to Niantic now to decide how fast they kill us off for good. Thank you to everyone for all your support over the years. Lou and Marty are still planning on going to London and NY Go Fest. Non-refundable tickets are booked, so don't have much of a choice, haha. So say hello if you run into them. Thanks all. Okay, so my apologies for that. That was a bit of a long read, but I didn't want to leave out any context in this, and holy shit. This right here is another sad moment when it comes to the Pokemon Go community, and another just big blow in general. Now we have ourselves PokeMiners essentially shutting down because of Niantic and their actions. It's almost like Niantic chose 2023 to be the year to do everything they can to kill off Pokemon Go in some way, shape, and form. Whether it's in the game, whether it has to do with killing off community interest, etc. This right here is not only infuriating, it's sad, it's ridiculous. I definitely agree with this take right here that Radman puts out. Odd how 2023 is the year Niantic really went balls to the wall on lack of accountability. This is peak Niantic. Honestly, truer words couldn't have been spoken here. After all the talk, all of the bravado that came from Niantic higher-ups, talking about, oh, there's many things to look forward to, and, oh, we're listening to you guys, and, you know, we're taking accountability and dev diaries and this, that, everything else. All of that was just a big huff of hot air. Like, it's complete bullshit. No substance whatsoever. You can talk the talk, but with what you're doing with the walking here, you are doing the complete opposite. You are doing a huge disservice to the Pokemon Go players that still find it in their heart to give you guys a chance, yet you willingly abuse them in some way, shape, and form. And this right here is another fine example of exactly that. Now we have ourselves PokeMiners, a long-time pillar in the Pokemon Go community, shutting down essentially. And look, I get it. The sunken cost fallacy, the Stockholm Syndrome. I get all of that, okay? I get the nostalgia goggles, okay? It's Pokemon, for God's sakes. But sooner or later, you people gotta wake up and realize what Niantic is doing on the inside. They are trying to destroy what is left, what good that is left in Pokemon Go and Pokemon Go communities in general. This right here is just another statistic, another example to add on top of all the other examples that have been showcased plain as day in previous videos. And actually, here's another take that I think we can all agree upon. We have the Kiwi saying, honestly, I'd say this is definitely now the second leg of the community table Niantic has broke. Very clever when it comes to that analogy right there, that metaphor I should say, was wonky with 3 when they essentially snapped Sylphs, which I also covered in a previous video, then being awkward as possible to the miners until this. The table balances tentatively on PvP Poke and Pokebattlers' 2 final legs. And it just kind of begs the question, when is it going to be time for Niantic to snap the 2 remaining legs before it's no longer a table? You know what I'm saying? It's interesting that once again we are here at this point where Niantic will go out of their way to do something to sabotage and sandbag the community, but when it comes to the actual community issues that come from them, when it comes to Pokemon Go, like the bugs and the glitches and the lag and everything else under that umbrella, it's like they turn a blind eye. It's like they ignore everyone. They don't even care. They don't give a shit. It's honestly really embarrassing at this point with all of the things just in 2023 by itself so far when it comes to Niantic and their mishandlings of Pokemon Go. I'm suffering from secondhand embarrassment seeing all this shit. Niantic, you're so freaking lost, you need a map. Well, you know what? Here's a special little map where it has all the directions on where you can take all those bad faith decisions and decisions that you have made at the expense of the community and stick them where the sun don't shine. I don't blame people for being more than fed up with you at this point, Niantic. I mean, this has been an ongoing thing for years now, since 2016, where people have had issues here or there, but 2023, man, absolutely unacceptable. This has been, without a shadow of a doubt, the worst year when it comes to Pokemon Go overall in many different ways. And at the end of the day, whether you choose to acknowledge it or not, well, you have no other choice, because I don't care if you want to try to ignore reality and this and that, but at the end of the day, it's all on your heads, Niantic. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen? I don't care how bad things get. I'm not going to stop with these videos, and I sure as hell ain't going to stop defending all of you guys that deserve to be heard out. And with that being said, I want to thank you guys for the amount of support that you have shown these videos. You guys have given my voice more power and more strength as a result, and I'm more than happy to be able to share that with you guys and be able to help springboard your guys' issues that perhaps maybe you guys aren't able to get across for any reason, whether it's because you guys don't have a platform or you guys aren't able to speak up for whatever reason. I'll do that for you. I'm no CM Punk, like I said before, but I'll be the voice of the voiceless if that is what you guys want me to do. So with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is it here for the video. Thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you for your time as well in viewing this video. Have yourself a damn good one, you beautiful people. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I will see you guys next time.